Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a very nice Christmassy project, a gingerbread soap project for cold process soap, and we're going to be making different kinds of soap. And the first one here, you can see I have this gingerbread house mold, really fun. We're gonna use this fantastic fragrance oil by Scent Perfect. It's called Festive Gingerbread. It's absolutely amazing scent that really smells like gingerbread. So I have put it here in this measuring glass. For color, I'm gonna use chestnut brown mica from You Make It Up. That's a company in the UK. So first of all, we have the lye water solution and the oils ready and about at the same temperature. You always want to have oils and the lye water solution at the same temperature, like 10 degrees apart. The best is to use a thermometer to really determine that that's correct. Then I'm adding the lye water solution to the oil mixture here, and you can find the recipe, of course, down in the description box. It's a very easy and solid soap recipe. Then I'm adding my stick blender and I'm just mixing just to emulsion. Don't want to overdo it. And then I'm gonna add the chestnut brown mica. I want like a strong brown color, so I'm adding enough. You can always add more later on if you think it's too light. So we want to give it a good blend, make sure that everything is really well mixed, and that's also the reason why I don't want to mix it beforehand, because we have to mix the colors in anyways, and I want the trays to stay light so that we can fill the different kinds of molds like in a fluid kind of way. So just make sure that everything is incorporated also from the sides of the container here. Looks really great. So now we move on to the fragrance oil that you can see here. Measured it out beforehand, so I'm adding it and then I'm just mixing it in by hand. There is no need to stick blend in this case. And then I'm taking the molds here. I always like to keep the molds on a tray or on a cutting board. I'm just filling the mold to the top. Smells amazing, by the way. It's really something I can recommend, this fragrance oil. Alright, so now we have all the molds filled, and we're gonna move on to some other molds that I have that are really good for a Christmas project. This gingerbread man mold here. That is really cute. I also always add sodium lactate to the lye water solution because this makes the unmolding very easy. It's very important if you want to unmold it the next day. And then this other mold that I have here, a very good quality mold. You have this different type of gingerbread, type of cookies, or I don't know exactly how you call it. It's something that is very common in Germany, also in Switzerland, but mainly in Germany. It's a treat that you can get around Christmas time, like fall and winter time. And I really like this type of mold here. I also used it last year for some melt and pour projects. I will leave the video linked here up in the right hand corner so you can see. As you can see, the soap is thickening up just a little bit, so I want to get it fast into all the mold cavities, and I give it a little shake to level it out a little bit so that it distributes within the entire mold. You can see here. And then for the last little cavity. I'm not sure whether or not this cold process soap will come out of these middle ones very nicely, because they have these holes here. I don't know if the soap will then be strong enough to get it out, but we will find out very soon. So I'm distributing the rest soap in the gingerbread cavities and trying to level it out as good as I can. And then the only thing left to do is to wait for the next day. I give it a spritz with rubbing alcohol first to prevent soda ash, and then we wait for the next day. And here we are, it's the next day, and it looks like these gingerbread men come out really easy, and they look pretty cute, I think. Now here, of course, you can play with the color. You can color it stronger or less strong. You can try out different kind of shades and so forth. I think this color here is quite okay for my liking. And it's good because you can see all the little details of the gingerbread man, like the little buttons and the bow tie, and the eyes. So you could leave it like this, or you can choose to pipe on it. I'm gonna show this just in a minute, how you can do that. And now here, these stars, you see, it breaks. So I would recommend, in this case here, to leave it a little longer. Just leave it a little longer, 1-2 days, that the soap is really hard enough so that it unmolds really well. That's okay, still not as I would like it. Let's see how these ones are doing here. This is pretty difficult with this little holes inside here. It's not gonna fly. Oh well, yeah, it's okay. Okay, it's just, you need to be like very careful, and I would really recommend to leave it 1 or 2 days longer. And then we have these little hearts here. Okay, so let's see how the houses are doing, the gingerbread houses. Those are really big soaps. It's nearly 250 grams. It's like a huge soap. You can kill someone with it if you want to. And I like to start by stretching the mold around the soap so that I can determine whether or not the soap is ready to unmold. And you can see the airlock is breaking, and then it comes out. Look how cute this is, and it smells so amazing. The color is just right, I think. And every house is a little different, has different kinds of chimneys and doors and so forth. So that makes it also really interesting. This type of mold here, I got it from Amazon. It was quite cheap. The other one I got also from Amazon. They were a little bit more expensive. So we're gonna continue and unmold all of these houses, and just wanted to remind you that whenever you're making cold process soap, for those one who don't know, you need to start a little bit ahead. Best is 4 to 6 weeks before, so then you are ready basically for December, beginning of December, already mid-November you have your Christmas soaps ready. The longer soap sits, the better it gets, everybody knows that. So you can also start in summer to do your Christmas collection. In case you were wondering why I'm already posting some Christmas soaps. Melt and pour is different, it's easy, you can make it and have it ready in a couple of hours. That's why you will see a melt and pour gingerbread project on my channel a little bit later this month. Alright, so we have all the Christmas houses here, pretty cute. And now I would like to see if I can decorate the other gingerbread cookies that we saw before. So I have some regular sugar sprinkles, just some classic colored one that I am distributing here on this glass plate. And then here is the gingerbread cookie. I'm just gonna dip it into some white cold process soap that I made, and it's at a piping consistency so that it will really hold on the cookie. It's a little bit messy, I admit, and I dip it into the sprinkles, and this is how it turns out. I think it's quite a cute idea. Let's see if we can manage to make another one here. It's a little bit a messy activity, but I think it's worth it. Let's add some more sprinkles. And this is how it turns out. So now we're gonna move to my favorite part, which is the piping of the gingerbread men. So I took a very small piping tip, a round small piping tip, and then I am just following the lines of the eyes, the mouth, the bow tie, the buttons, and the little decorations on the sleeves and on the pants. You see, it adds a complete different look to the gingerbread man. You could also, of course, take another color, you know, and make the bow tie, like for example, red, and then the buttons green. Or just have it like this, like a traditional gingerbread decoration in white. I think it's pretty cute. So we're gonna continue and do the rest of these. By the way, these gingerbread men I made specifically for an advent calendar that you can also find on my channel. The advent calendar available this year on my website. I think it's a great idea to have like a gift idea for someone who can then basically open every day a little door and find a handmade skincare product. It's something different than the usual chocolates that you can find inside a typical advent calendar. And then the last gingerbread man, you can see the piping is getting quite thick right now. It's very difficult for me to squeeze out the batter. So I would recommend to use while the batter is still a little bit more loose, especially if you have a couple of those to make. So now here we go. Here they are, all the gingerbread men. I think they're quite cute. And then unfortunately I didn't film the piping of the gingerbread houses, but I wanted to make some of them with some piping on it. And now I'm sprinkling some glitter, some white, snow white glitter on the roofs here to mimic some snow. This is how they turn out. I think that's also pretty cute. And now I want to add some sprinkles on top to give that Christmassy kind of colorful look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you very soon for another one. In the meantime, I wish you a wonderful day. Bye bye.